Hello everyone, Mikey Kung Pao here. I was just looking down in this grass because I was wondering what I might find down in there. You know how Jodi always like looking in jugs and looking in trash can and stuff? I was wondering what she looking for down in there. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. I got a trash can around here. Maybe that's what I need to look in. Hit a trash can. Let's see if there's anything down in there to enter. Oh, look at this. That a fish look kind of like Nermy, okay? Kind of like a Nermy fish, you know? I'm really surprised that maybe there's a... Wait a minute. That like a plug that you can charge your camera with down in there. Holy mackerel, what have we got in here? No wonder Jodi looking in trash can. What do we got here? Silver dollar, the old style kind. You don't see them anymore. And with a lot of money. It used to be worth like 35 bucks. Now it's worth about 25. Because gold and silver go way down. But holy mackerel, look at this. We got beautiful little jewel, right? You know, I'm into geology. Sometime I'm gonna do a video and show you. I got a lot of nice geology things, specimen, you know. Look at this. This is what she were looking for right here. Smith & Wesson 38 Special. Okay, one of her tools. I think she got other two. You know, I don't know if I get everything out of there, but now I see why she's looking at the thing. Anyway, what are we talking about tonight? What that? Doing one more thing down in there. This guy here, yeah. Yeah, it looked kind of like Nermy also. Anyway, what are we talking about tonight? We're going to talk about, you know, I got the secret source out there in Mesa, Arizona at the court that take the question out of the trash can that the judge has discarded because they're inappropriate. So we're going to look at that tonight and see what question they were asking. And we'll look at a clip of a few that did not get discarded first. Then we come right back. Okay, here we are, everybody. Look at a couple of video clips. First thing I want to show you, this one really throw people for a loop. Looked like Wilmot got her on one that everybody gonna think she gave the wrong answer. But I'm gonna explain to you later why this answer makes sense. Okay, listen to this one, then we explain it later.
Hypothetically, if a person suffered PTSD because of a bear attack while hiking, would you throw out their PDS test if they lied and said it was a tiger?
Yes, those would be different events. A lot of times what you see with PTSD is that there's different triggering events that remind them of the trauma. So I would expect that a bear and a tiger would look different, smell different, act different, and the subsequent symptoms would be associated with those variables, with those differences among them. So I would say that they were different and that I would.
Would the person be answering the question
skeptical.
the same regardless of whether they call the animal a bear or a tiger?
Can you ask that again?
Would the person be answering the questions on the PDS the same regardless of whether they call the animal a bear or a tiger?
Her
They
answer,
would be answering it very different.
see, her answer seemed bogus, but I'll tell you later why it's okay. Let's move up.
Personality disorder, especially since she is smiling when she said it.
I think that's another example of self-esteem.
Yeah, and Jodi's gonna give her a really strange look now, and she's gonna go, "Hey, what you talking about? Self-esteem? I didn't ever do anything like that." And you can see that Jodi gonna act a little bit immature when the lady talk about her acting immature. A bit of irony in that. Let's check it out.
And it's also an example of that
What?
immaturity that I talked about before, making these immature statements. These immature statements that are often seen in people with borderline personality disorder. I do think that that's consistent.
Wouldn't taking the camera rather than leaving...
Yeah, immature statements like, you know, nobody ever gonna convict me because, you know, no jury will ever convict me because I'm innocent. That was one of the things that she had in there. In fact, let's take a look at what Jodi actually say back then.
Did you kill Travis Alexander?
I absolutely did not kill Travis Alexander. I had nothing to do with his murder. I didn't harm him in any way. I witnessed Travis being attacked by two other individuals.
You witnessed it, all right.
I don't know who they were. I couldn't pick them out in a police lineup.
The two demons that come out of you.
They came into his home and attacked us both. I'm not proud that I just left my friend there to be slaughtered at the hands of two other people.
attacked
I'm
you
not
both,
proud of that
right.
at all. I know that I'm innocent. God knows I'm innocent. Travis knows I'm innocent. No jury is going to convict me
Why not?
because I'm innocent, and you can mark my words on that one. No jury will convict me.
Okay, we marking your words. We'll find out one way or the other, won't we?
Did you kill Travis Alexander?
I absolutely did not kill Travis
Hey, did I
Alexander.
forget?
I had nothing to do with it.
See, that a production snafu, what they call that. We have a lot of those in the courtroom, too. Okay, let's move on. And what we're going to do next, this one.
It. Show more organizational thinking capabilities.
Oh, she was asking if she would have taken the camera with her and get rid of it with the gun. Wouldn't that have been more a thought of organization than putting it in the washing machine after deleting all the photo first? Well, I don't think so, because I think that either way it showed that she's trying to cover up. If you're going to take all the steps to delete all the photos, which cause several button pushes of different kind, then stick it in the washer to try to destroy the camera, because maybe she thinks there's flash memory in there or something. Seemed to me like that's pretty good evidence of cover-up. Anyway, let her move on. See what else she say.
I would say that they're both an example of organization, just different type of organization, with the goal being hide the evidence, take away information.
That's right.
Concern for you regarding the validity of the test that the written answers appear to be answered by someone who is familiar with psychological verbiage and not in layman's verbiage.
Yes, that would be very concerning.
In other words, I think that Samuel falsified his results, because not only did he use all the language that a psychologist would use and not a layperson like Jodi, otherwise she knows the word contemporaneous, but that's about it. Not only that, but the two kind of handwriting on there, one Samuel's and one Jodi. So that's the undercurrent of what she's trying to say. Let's move on.
Follow up, Mr. Martinez.
Seeing the tests at that time, I didn't know that a new one had just been released. I had afterwards found out that.
Yeah, here with Wilma, another one of these stupid questions that you're trying to trip her up on. Hey, didn't you get the latest test that came out in so-and-so time? Don't you know the exact date it was released and everything? What a stupid thing. We'll move on from
One
that.
had just been released.
Okay, so now you're telling me that you did know that a new one had been re-released in 2011.
I don't know the date of when it was released. I knew it was released.
In 2011.
I just said I don't know the date that it was released.
I thought you
No,
just
that
said
wasn't me.
you
That was
found out
Nermi
later
snoring.
when
He asleep
that
right
the
there.
owners
Don't know if you can see that.
of Bailiffs
He's
chose
sleeping.
not to buy the TSI,
Yeah.
TSI2 at
Completely
the time
asleep.
that you gave it to Miss Arias,
In
and that's why you
fact-
didn't have it.
I'd like to clarify.
Isn't that what you just said?
I'd like to clarify.
Did you not say that?
I'm getting a little confused by the verbiage that the way you're phrasing your questions.
And who can
Okay.
blame you? Okay. Hey, I want to show you something. Don't you think that Nermi should, like, make himself at home? Like, maybe put his feet up on the desk right there and get a newspaper or something? Because it seemed like the trial not very interesting to him. Anyway, that's all we need to look at on the Crips for today, because what I want to show you really is the jury question that was discarded by the judge. Okay, so the first thing I promised you we're going to look at on the Crips is that one question about, hey, if it were a Ryan that attacked her instead of a bear and all that, wouldn't the answer be the same? And the implication, of course, is wouldn't it still be the same kind of trauma and post-traumatic stress and everything, even if Jodi lied about it being ninjas at first and really it was Travis that did the attack, you know? And I'm going to show you why her answer makes sense. This Dr. DeMarte, very, very precise. And a lot of people don't understand that about how she answers questions. And that's why she always clarifying all the time and clarifying and getting it exactly right, because she believed in test methodology and precise result and everything. It's really nice to have somebody who are professional for a change instead of that big bloated windbag, you know, what's her name, Violette, you know. Hey, Mr. Martinez, put you on the timeout, Mr. Martinez. Okay, she don't do that. She don't say to she's very professional and she very have high integrity and impeccable credentials, and she done a lot more things than Laura Violette ever did. And also she do actual testing instead of just making thing up in her head, whatever some liar tell her. Anyway, one of the thing about her is she very precise. And so on that question about the bear and the tiger, I believe what she mean by this is since the whole evaluation of PTSD based on two ninja attacking Jodi, if the reality was that Travis had attacked her instead, she would she would act in an entirely different way afterward. So that question, not a good analogy. And here why I say that, okay? I got my wrist here. What did she do afterward? Did she have trauma about Travis that she want to avoid? No. What did she do? She go to the memorial service, right? She go talk to everyone about Travis. She calling up people about Travis. Oh, Travis. In fact, a few hours after she left his house, after stabbing him 29 times and slitting his throat, she calling him on the phone, doing a phony phone call in a totally normal voice. Do that look like post-traumatic stress got to avoid the horrible Travis attack to you and all thought of Travis? No, not at all. And so this is what Dr. DeMarte mean by that. The difference between the bear and the tiger. The problem is that the apple and orange thing, and I think most people gonna misunderstand that. I sure hope the jury understand it. Anyway, that's enough of that. What we promised to do tonight is we were going to look at the jury questions that got fished out of the trash can that the judge did not allow in because they'd be inappropriate or off topic or something like that. So let's get right to that. Okay, first one from the jury. Dr. DeMarte, when you say Jodi lied, she said that a couple of times, could you elaborate on which one of the 672,000 lies you were referring to? Boy, that is a good question. Very hard to pin that down. Okay, the next one, a very wrong question, okay? So be patient with me while I get through it, okay? Dr. DeMarte, considering that at your young age, you were going for and completing your master's degree and your doctorate degree and starring as a top key athlete on the college women's volleyball team, which you were, by the way, helped the team win many games, and supervising psychologists and doing research and practicing with patients and teaching advanced courses to students on many topics and becoming director of your facility the very instant you got your license and performing as expert witness and managing a large psychological profile operation and carrying on a private psychotherapy practice and doing all that with excellence and integrity, my question to you is, when are you going to stop your lazy farting around and do something productive with your life? Yeah, right. My goodness. Take that, Raviolette and Wilmot. Maybe I should call her Walnut. You know, Stacy, on one of our comment page, she said we should call her Walnut, and I think she's right about that. I think we'll call her Walnut from now on. Anyway, next question. Sorry that was so wrong. Dr. Janeen, between Samuels and Raviolette, which one do you think is the most incompetent buffoon? Boy, that's a tough one. I'm not sure I can answer that one myself. Dr. Janeen, can I call you Dr. J? Somebody say. What self-control measures do you employ to keep from coming down off that witness chair and wringing that Walmart's neck? Boy, that's a good question. I don't know how she do that. You know, and she don't get sarcastic like Raviolette did. Of course, Raviolette had nothing going for her, because she's just a stupid person who believes Ryer's whole story, talked to her for 48 hours, and don't know nothing about her after all that. Don't know she's a lying, psychopathic, sociopathic, borderline personality disorder, narcissistic murderer. Okay, anyway. That's a good question. Okay, number 5. Dr. DeMarte, do you feel any stinging sensation when Jodi is trying to throw evil eye fireballs at you? I wondered that myself. Dr. DeMarte, would you consider being in a mud wrestling contest with Wilmot? That must have been a male juror asked that question, yeah. Oh, this next one make it clear it is a male juror. Put 2 in a row in. Dr. DeMarte, after this trial over, will you marry me? And if not, will you at least send me a swimsuit photo of yourself? Yep, male juror, okay. Creeps, okay. What next? Next question. Just a few of these, okay. Dr. Janeen, in thinking back on all the court cases you've been in, do you think that maybe Nurmi is the most disgusting thing you have ever seen in a courtroom? I think I know how she answered that. Next one, Dr. DeMarte, can you recite every single sentence in the entire 9,664-page psychiatric diagnostic and statistical manual verbatim by page number? And if not, why are you so ignorant about psychology? Okay? I think that's a takeoff on Wermont's stupid questions trying to trip her up. What do you think? Okay, next one. Dr. Janeen, if you were doing an evaluation of Adolf Hitler, do you think it would be appropriate to start your interview with an apology and maybe buy him some books on self-esteem and become good buddy with him? I wonder where that question coming from. I think that might be a SRAM on Samuels and Raviret, don't you? Okay, next one, 2 more. Okay, Dr. Janeen, would you consider seeing Wermont as a patient to treat her OOCB disorder, which stand for out of control bitch disorder? Good question. Okay, Rast but not Reest. Dr. DeMarte, would you consider joining with Juan Martinez to do an appearance on Dancing with the Stars? You know, I would like to see that myself. Anyway, that's all the questions we have for now. We may do another video, later in the weekend. Don't know. Got to travel again. Got to travel Sunday and I'll be to a place on Monday. So don't know if I'm going to have time. But I've got a lot of family activities and things I got to do. But, sometimes take away from my passion for making the videos. But anyway, we'll see you next time. I got to see if there's anything else in this trash can first, though. Look what we got here. Look at that. Pin. This is what Jodi were looking for on the trash can all along, okay? Anyway, all right. Till next time, don't go with no sociopath.